as you can see, most of the visitors are not subscribers. If you liked this video, then please subscribe to our channel as it really helps YouTube to promote my videos. It only takes a second and it makes a big impact. Thank you so much. The House of Kuru, Part 2, Chapter 28. Drupadas' Concern. News about the death of the Pandavas spread like wildfire. Every kingdom, every tribe and every village heard that the sons of Pandu were burnt alive in a poorly constructed palace. Though there were only suspicions, no one, not even powerful kings, dared to accuse Suyodhana or his father. Such was the might of the Hastinapura Empire and the power of the guardian defending it, Bhishma, that no one, no king, dared to accuse the emperor of killing a crown prince, a fate which, if proven, was punishable by impalement. Dhritarashtra, through means of shrewd cunning, has slaughtered the sons of Pandu and ensured that his own son ascends the lion throne. That sly fox desired the throne from the onset and killed the poor children of Pandu for his own son, said Drupada one day to his brother Satyajit. My lord, it was the two sons of Pandu, Bhima and Arjuna, who gave you the title the Conquered King. Should you not relish in their death? Asked Satyajit. You would think so, wouldn't you, dear brother? Asked Drupada. They were mere instruments in the pursuit of one man's ego, nothing more. That member of the priestly class, Guru Drona, who used them as weapons to humiliate me, said Drupada, clutching onto his wineglass with great strength. So great that the wineglass cracked under his might. I was so awed, so amazed by what I saw on the battlefield, that the second I saw it, I was convinced that the third son of Pandu, Arjuna, must become my son-in-law. That way, he will always side with me in any battle, making me invincible. Thus I performed a complex fire sacrifice to beget a daughter who will marry the son of Pandu, Arjuna. But it looks like all of my efforts have gone in vain, sighed the king Drupada, and Satyajit placed a palm on his shoulder. Dear brother, didn't you mention to me that the sage Yaja instructed you to wed your daughter to Arjuna? With his demise, it looks like the prophecy will not come to pass, said Satyajit. And that was when it hit him. In order for the prophecy to kill Guru Drona to come to fruition, Panchali, the daughter born of fire, must be wed to the archer Arjuna. But he is now dead, burnt alive in his sleep. Drupada's eyes filled with terror. No, it cannot be. My efforts, the Putra Kameshti sacrifice, all gone, all a waste, lamented Drupada. And then a powerful rage consumed him, and anger flashed through his eyes. This is all that sage's fault. He must have done the sacrifice ineptly, he roared. Satyajit, prepare my war chariot. We will depart this instant to that charlatan's abode. Now, said Drupada, and Satyajit hurried to the stables to ready a fast chariot. The two chariots then sped out of the walled city of Panchala towards the village where the sage Yaja and Upayaja were residing. The village had grown tremendously. Large ditches were replaced with underground sewerage systems. Mud huts with thatched roofs were replaced with brick and adobe houses. The people were well fed and sheltered. Yaja himself was meditating deep inside a cave. Drupada, along with his brother, marched into the cave, and even though the sage was in deep meditation, he roused himself from the trance in respect for the king who had given him hundreds of thousands of cows and Dravina to develop an entire village. Come to me, son of Prishata. How can I help you? Are the children well? Asked Yaja warmly. Oh, the children are all well and good, but your prophecy is not. You charlatan, you lied to me. I see you and your citizens are living in luxury I donated. Yet I do not have the head of that Brahmana, and neither is my daughter wed to Arjuna, snapped Drupada, accusing him of making false promises, as rage once more built up in his chest. Yaja's brow furrowed. How odd. My sacrifice never falters, said the sage. Well, it did now. You are a charlatan. You deceived me, accused the king once more, and this time Yaja grew angry. Foolish king, do not accuse a sage without knowing the truth. The sons of Pandu are well and alive, but in hiding. My words are equal to the word of God himself. For slandering my good name, I curse you to die before your nemesis, cursed the sage. The reality of the situation now hit Drupada hard. If only he had approached the sage who had bestowed him with progeny with a little more humility. O sage, forgive this foolish king. Consumed by rage and anger, I have behaved in an unjust manner, roared Drupada, and grabbed hold of his legs, weeping uncontrollably. The sage, though capricious in emotions, was quick to forgive. A curse once cast cannot be recalled. But you are lucky. I am not as stubborn as my younger brother. Follow my advice and you will wed your daughter to the mighty Arjuna, and you will also ensure my prophecy comes to heed, said the sage, and Drupada's mood was once more lifted. The one they call Arjuna is no ordinary warrior. He has a portion of Indra himself. The great god Mahavishnu is his guardian. He is the best archer in the world, capable of the most complex archery known to man. Call for a Swayamvara, and in the Swayamvara, set aside a task that only he can accomplish, said the sage Yaja. But how would I know? Asked Drupada. Speak with his teacher and guru on how to bait him out of hiding. He and only he can help you design a task that only Arjuna can perform. Now go from here and never again question my words, instructed Yaja, and Drupada bowed low and deep and fled to Hastinapura on his double-horsed chariot, closely followed by his brother Satyajit. The second the flag bearing Panchala's insignia was spotted on the watchtowers of Hastinapura, a military regiment was immediately organized. After all, the Panchala kingdom was an enemy of Hastinapura. Both the chariots of Drupada and Satyajit stopped outside the gates of Hastinapura. Even though there were only 2 chariots, Hastinapura did not take any chances. Drupada himself was an Atirati, capable of bringing down armies with his bow, and he was accompanied by Satyajit, his younger brother. As soon as he reached the outskirts of the city, the chariots stopped, and Drupada got out of his chariot and approached the gates. This was a sign of goodwill. Nevertheless, Bhishma, Vidura, Shakuni, and Guru Drona were alerted the second the insignia was spotted on the horizon by the watchtowers of Hastinapura. Perhaps the enemy is thirsting for revenge, Your Majesty. After all, in the pursuit of satisfying the weapons master, we needlessly created another threat for the kingdom of Hastinapura, said Shakuni, indirectly accusing Guru Drona of warmongering. I agree that with Suyodhana and his brothers, our kingdom has a good reason to fear the kingdom of Panchala, having lost miserably to his men, but not with Arjuna, Bhima, or, for our good fortune, the capable Bhishma and I, said Vidura, as Dhritarashtra winced and Shakuni scowled. Cowardice and fear are not the insignia of Hastinapura, Shakuni. If the son of Prishata desires war, we will gladly mount our chariots, instructed Bhishma. Agreed. There is no need to fear a prince who was dethroned by the powerful Arjuna and Bhima. Only the Prince of Gandhara needs to fear him, as he knows defeat, said Vidura once more, and this time Shakuni, fearing more insult, quickly changed the argument. Perhaps the real enemy of Drupada, our very own weapons master Drona, can lend some light as to why he is on the way to the palace gates, asked Shakuni. As Guru Drona nodded, there is no need to fear the son of Prishata. Neither I, Vidura, nor Bhishma can be defeated by him. I believe he is here on a mission of peace. No fool would arrive with no army to the gates of one of the most powerful empires on earth with just 2 chariots. I feel we should honor him as a king and treat his entrance with respect, said the weapons master, and everyone nodded. The king Drupada was greeted with due honor by Bhishma, Vidura, and Guru Drona. The kind Guru Drona inquired on his well-being, as though nothing had happened between the two, despite knowing fully well that he performed the fire sacrifice for the purpose of begetting a son who would kill him. He still harbored no ill will to his former friend. As soon as the 2 men embraced each other, the guards lowered their weapons. Tell me, O son of Prishata, mighty king of Panchala, what events have urged you to grace the humble empire of Hastinapura? Asked the weapons master, as the king of Panchala bowed before him and said, I am told that the mighty and invincible Arjuna, the warrior who alone is worth the strength of armies, died in a poorly constructed palace, burned alive in his sleep. Is this true? Asked the king of Panchala, glaring slightly to Dhritarashtra, who then scowled, knowing fully well that this isn't the case, but did not dare tell him that he suspected Arjuna to be alive, in case Dhritarashtra or Suyodhana got any murderous ideas. Guru Drona nodded softly. Alas, yes, my best protege, the best archer in the known world, the one who had the weapon of Brahma in his arsenal, was cruelly taken away by fate to the abode of Yama, said Guru Drona, as he heaved a huge sigh of misery. Dear friend, I had desired for my daughter to marry the 3rd son of Pandu, the second I saw his splendor on the battlefield. But, alas, now this is impossible. So I have come in desire of one boon from you. Will you give it to me? Will you give it to your blood brother, your best friend? Asked Drupada, completely ignoring that he had insulted him so miserably just a few years ago. Guru Drona was a person who was quick to forgive and smiled happily. Tell me, son of Prishata, tell me, how can I strengthen our bond? Asked the weapons master, and once more did Drupada embrace the weapons master. I wish to conduct a Swayamvara for my daughter, but I want the victor of my daughter's hand to be equal to Arjuna, and only you, O Guru, can help me with this. As you trained him, only you will know how to prepare the challenge in such a way that only a worthy man can take my daughter's hand, said the king of Panchala, and Guru Drona nodded. Be it so. I will construct a challenge so complex that the only person who can win it will be the mighty archer Arjuna, and anyone who successfully completes this challenge will be equal to that exceptional archer Arjuna, said the weapons master, and Drupada bowed once more. One more request, kind Guru, as you are in a favorable mood, said the son of Prishata. Tell me, Drupada, and I will ensure it is met, said the Guru kindly, and Drupada's smile widened. As you may know, our customs dictate that the father requests tuition on behalf of the son. Just as my father did with Agnivesha, I approach you, O Guru, for my son's tutelage, to learn under you, train him just as well as you trained the mighty Arjuna. Make him equal to the archer Arjuna himself, requested King Drupada. And once more did Guru Drona nod. Be it so. He may join the academy the very next day, said Guru Drona, much to the delight of the King of Panchala. With another deep bow, the King of Panchala and his brother left the empire of Hastinapura and made their way back to the walled city of Panchala. That man performed a fire sacrifice with the sole purpose of obtaining a son to slaughter you in battle. And now you want to train that son, make him equal to Arjuna himself? Asked Vidura curiously. The duty of a teacher is to teach and not to ascertain intentions, said Guru Drona, and Vidura nodded, and that was the end of the conversation. I do not understand. Why would someone agree to teach his mortal enemy on how to fight him? Asked King Janamejaya. My king, to understand that, you need to know that Guru Drona, to him, duty is far more important than fear. He never feared anyone, and the son of Drupada was not going to change that, said Vaishampayana. So what happened to my great-grandfather and uncles in the city of Ekachakra? Tell me, I wish to know, said Janamejaya. And once more did Vaishampayana continue.
I hope you liked today's episode of The House of Kuru. If you have not already, please subscribe to this channel and like this video so that you will be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Thank you.